everyone. I'm Charles Gross.
And I'm Leslie Hoban Blake. Welcome to Two on the Aisle.
And today we're going to talk about John Leguizamo's The Other Americans. Now, imagine if you were to take Arthur Miller plays such as All My Sons or Death of a Salesman, toss them into a computer, and tell the AI to write a Latino version of those plays, set in 1998, as this one is. And this is what you get. And it would tell you that AI has a long way to go. And sadly, as a playwright for a play such as this, so does John, because he has given us so many wonderful one-man shows, Latin History for Morons, Freak, and he gets up and he tells about his relatives and his friends and his family, and it is so rich and so wonderfully flavored with Latino heritage and comedy.
Culture.
There's nothing of that here. Now, this doesn't have to be a comedy, and it's not, but I was expecting more of that flavor, more of the richness, more of the characters, and frankly, this could be any family in Queens.
Except that they play salsa and they dance salsa. That's about, and instead of cooking lasagna, she's making, chicharrones.
They could be Italian, they could be black, but they happen to have Latino names, and they dance Latino dances. And he is an entrepreneur. He inherited a laundromat from his father, as did his sister. She's run hers well. He's run his into the ground. He is desperately trying to save his business. He has a son who was attacked by a gang of white kids at his school, hospitalized, mentally scathed. He has come back, physically recovered, mentally still has a way to go. His father wants him to come into the business. The son wants to be a dancer and a choreographer. He has a daughter who is engaged. Both of them work for the aunt. They're thinking of striking out on their own, moving to California just to get a fresh start. And John's character is desperate to save his business. He'll make a deal with the devil if he has to.
He even tries to make a deal with his sister, but she's not having any of it.
Well, she just doesn't have any confidence in his ability to run the business. And he
doesn't show any ability. He keeps talking about all these things that he wants to do, but he's had the laundromats for years and he hasn't made a go of it. He moved the family to Forest Hills out of Jackson Heights, where they were very happy, and they can't really afford to stay there now.
And he put a swimming pool in the backyard, but it's an above ground pool.
Well, yeah, okay. But he put the pool in because his son has PTSD, and it's something that he was doing at the hospital, and it was helpful for him. So the pool is for his son. But it's also like the smoking gun in a Chekhov play. There's a reason the pool is there. It's going to be, you got a pool, something's going to have to happen with the pool, and it does.
Right. It's like
you know that when the kid walks in and says, "Oh, you got a pool." That's odd.
Yeah. What do you think of the performances?
I thought the performances, given the problem with the play, I thought the performances were fine. I thought the actors, I think perhaps Trey Santiago Hudson as the son could use a little more seasoning. I don't know how much work he's actually done, but he was fine given what little he had to work with. He really is more of a caricature than a character. He's there to play a particular wounded young man as opposed to a real living human being. The other people, John and his wife have a loving relationship. They dance the salsa and they hug a lot, so I guess they really love each other. And the sister is very Americanized. The sister is played by Rosa Evangelina Arredondo. I thought she was very good. And then, of course, the wife, Patty, is played by Luna Lauren Velez, and we always knew as Lauren Velez in the past. She's been on a dozen television shows that I know of, and I've seen her on stage at Labyrinth Company also. James Tejada plays Eddie, the sort of nerdy boyfriend of the daughter, Tony, who's played by Rebecca Jimenez. Again, they're more or less stereotypical characters. They're really not fleshed out.
But the the disappointing performances is that of John Lequizamo.
It is.
Comes
It is.
on stage with his one-man shows. He is full of personality. Here,
Oh, personalities with an S. Many, many, many personalities. Right.
he's so bland. It's like he wants to get away from his comic persona. There's
Exactly.
this big hole that he leaves, and he's got nothing to fill in it.
Right.
Consequently, he is one of the key characters in the play, and he just comes off so
Right.
wooden and so bland. And if you didn't know who he was, you'd wondered why'd they give him the lead.
Exactly. I couldn't agree with you more. He poses a lot. He puts his hands on his hips and he poses a lot. And I feel so bad. I don't want to bash John Leguizamo. I love John Leguizamo. I went to see him at PS 122 for years. I saw all of those shows, Bicorama and everything, before they went to Broadway. When they were just little, he was reading them out of a notebook. They were just ideas. And he was brilliant then. I think you're right. I think in trying to write a play, he went astray. And in trying to act in a play, and he's a good actor. We've seen him in a dozen movies. I don't get it. I feel very sad.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
do.
But here's the thing. While I cannot recommend this play, I'm only going to give it 2 out of 5 playbills. If I heard that John was writing another play, I'd say, okay, great. When's it opening? I want to see it.
Right. Let me add it. This one is going to be better. I know it.
Right. Well, it couldn't get any worse.
Oh.
Well, it couldn't get much worse.
I agree with you on the 2. I'm almost sorry to give it that much. Arnaldo Maldonado is the scenic designer. We've seen his work in it and a bunch of other things as well. It's an interesting set, but again, very generic. There's nothing specific. It's just a Forest Hills kind of house, I lived in one of those, so I know. But that I don't know. It's sad. I'm very sad to do this review. I really am.
I think you have a lot of company with that. And that sadly is our show for today. When you go to the theater, look for Leslie and me, us too.
On the aisle.